Tomorrow and every weekday, the news from ITN at 12:30 with Julia Somerville.
At 29 minutes past 10, the news from the southeast. Good evening. Virtually the entire staff of a hospital walked out today in protest at the latest round of spending cuts. Nearly 100 workers, including most of the nurses on duty, are incensed at plans for a series of ward closures at Bexhill's only hospital. They fear the next step will be the hospital's complete shutdown. A report just out says the southeast could produce the biggest traffic jams in the world in the next 15 years. The Transport Pressure Group, Movement for London, says the M25 is on the verge of a standstill. It says feeder roads are already choked and will get worse unless the Department of Transport make improvements. The coroner at Eastbourne has recorded a misadventure verdict on a farmer butted to death by a bull in its pen. 62-year-old Donald Hutchinson of Clifton Farm, Upper Dicker, near Hailsham, died from multiple injuries. And a verdict of misadventure has been recorded on a 14-month-old boy who drowned in his grandparents' swimming pool. Jason Nichols from Borden near Sittingbourne had been left for 10 minutes. The coroner, Roger Sykes, said toddlers out of sight could easily get into trouble. 20 firemen are fighting a blaze at a barn in Kent. 30 tons of hay and straw are well alight, though 11 pigs in the barn were rescued. Police are treating the fire at Hollywood Manor in West Kingsdown as suspicious. Soccer and Gillingham are out of the Littlewoods Cup. They were beaten by Stoke. Gillingham in the dark shirts were 2-0 down after the first leg, and they were in trouble early in the second leg, but keeper Phil Kite came to the rescue. Stoke's winning goal was scored in the first half. Ford's cross finds Morgan at the far post. Overall score, Stoke 3, Gillingham 0. Now the weather, and tonight will be cold with a low of 5 Celsius. Tomorrow, wet and windy, a high of 14 Celsius. Finally, one of the world's largest turtles has been washed up on a southeast beach. Troops hauled the massive 8-foot 3.5-inch reptile ashore at Lydd. The turtle is just half an inch shorter than the world record. Well, that's it from the newsroom. Very good night.
This Wednesday, the second part of Buster Keaton, A Hard Act to Follow, looks at Keaton's greatest and most expensive feature, the General.
Working without a script, Keaton liked to shoot rehearsals, as Marion Mack discovered to her cost.
So the scene you see in the movie, that was quite a surprise.
Buster Keaton, A Hard Act to Follow, Wednesday at 9 here on TVS.
Everyone knows how vulnerable car radio aerials can be. But do you know who's building damage-proof aerials into the rear windows of many of their latest cars today? Increasingly, the same people are now making central locking standard, and not just on luxury models. They're also fitting more of their cars with rear wash wipers. And you'll even find that cruise control is standard on their smartest models. Ford. Not only are they adding more equipment to their cars without adding more to their prices, but they're also introducing a well-equipped new Escort LX, Orion LX, and this new Granada Gear X. Ford make cars with a future.
Well, they come from all over the place. Some of them come especially, some of them are just visiting the area. And 65,000 in all came to the exhibition last year. They wanted to find out about British nuclear fuels. Facts like, we spend £1 million a day on average on new technology. We supply the fuel for Britain's 18 nuclear power stations. Facts you can find out at the Sellafield Exhibition Centre. Come and see us. Just drop in. Just don't all come at once.
This man is perfectly fit. Yet every 2 years he chooses to pay to undergo 2.5 hours of 40 separate medical tests. He's one of the ever-growing numbers of men and women who are now aware of the benefits of this form of preventive medicine, which can detect many illnesses long before outward symptoms become apparent, allowing early treatment to begin. In Britain, this approach to preventive medicine has been pioneered by BUPA. Most people obtain their private medical care through BUPA. BUPA. Britain feels better for it.
Richmond Ice Rink is the venue for the St Ivel International Ice Skating Competition. Highlights at 11:45. It's the first Tuesday of October.
At TSB, we have an important new member of staff who spends the whole day on the telephone, talking to ratepayers in Rotherham, designers in Dulwich, businessmen in Birmingham. In fact, she can answer thousands of calls a day.
British Gas, £35 to be paid.
So now you can pay your bills,
or following banking day.
check your balance,
Your funds transfer.
and transfer money from one account to another automatically. The TSB SpeedLink service. Now you can use the phone to do your banking.
This is where it all began, where the Twiglets first appeared. Soon the whole village was nobbled by these strange-looking snacks. The military were overrun. World leaders were powerless to resist that whole wheat, savory taste. Now the Twiglets have taken on a new guise. They're not even safe on the streets. Have they got to you yet? Till we meet again in the Twiglet Zone.
Whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you say, you pay your money, you take your choice. Whatever you need, whatever you use, whatever you win, whatever you lose. You're showing up, you're showing out. You look for trouble, turn around, give me a shout. I'll take it all.
Bella's a new weekly for women. Bella's got whatever you want.
Mello, a unique spread you can't beat. More than a low-fat margarine. A great tasting spread with reduced fat. The cooks, bakes, and fries like margarine. They call it Yellow Mello. Tastes great. They call it Yellow Mello. Less fat.
Kraft Mello, the best spread all round.
India, a land far more beautiful than you could imagine. Far more enchanting. Far more alive. Far more exciting. Far more peaceful. How far is India? Only 9 hours away.
There's a good deal at your electricity board shop.
Buy now, pay February.
On slimline storage heaters
Buy now, pay February.
that run on Economy 7 and selected top name heaters.
Buy now, pay February.
At your electricity board shop.